Hey, all the YouTubers, how's it going? Picked up some books yesterday, starting off with the Old Batman, 371. Got it for $1. And also picked up Fantastic Four, number 246, with Doctor Doom. Love this cover. And I'm glad that they're back to their original numbers. Did not like the FF, the Future Foundation, at all. So I'm glad to have them back. Hopefully Uncanny X-Men will come back to their regular numbers. A couple of months, hopefully. Fantastic Four 221. I'm trying to get as many Fantastic Four as I can to complete my collection. And as for new comic books, picked up Catwoman number 6. Again, like I said in my other videos, really enjoying Catwoman. I love the story, I love the direction, I love the way they're using her. In this issue, pretty much what happens is, as in the last issue, she got arrested by the corrupted cops, and they take her to this, I guess, this room in the police station, but in some room that nobody knows. But when they arrested her, one of the detectives went to one of the guys and said, "Hey, where's Catwoman? I thought you guys bring her in." And they're like, "No, Catwoman got away." So he's like, "Well, really? She's got to be here somewhere." So he goes hunting for her, and while he's hunting for her, of course, the girl from the last issue with the whole electric power, she comes back. The crooked cops try to find out where she stashed the money, and they sent her in, and she pretty much beats the bloody pulp out of her to find out where the money is. But then Catwoman bites her ear off and comes out, and then the cop who's looking for her comes from behind and knocks the other girl out and tells Catwoman to leave now. So if she gets out and she goes back to the place where she hid the money, Batman is waiting for her. So pretty much Batman tells her, you need to put the money down, I'm not going to let you take it. And, those two go at it. But, Batman's like, you know what, this has to end, and it's going to end up you dying. And do you want to die? And she's like, well, maybe I do. And of course she breaks down, but then, she leaves. Batman lets her go, but keeps the money. And goes to this one girl, Gwen, and I guess they used to be friends, and asks Gwen for some help. And that's how it ended. So, I liked it. It was a good pickup. Enjoy the story. Can't wait for number 7. Now, I picked up Amazing Spider-Man 679.1. I think I'm going to get back into Spider-Man. I got some old issues which I was reading, and I really like it. I'm not a huge Spider-Man fan, but I do like the character. So I think I'm going to start collecting, and which is a good jump on for me for this one, because pretty much I read the whole Spider Island, but wasn't too much into it. With this one, it's a fresh start for me, so I'm going to start collecting and move forward with this title. In this one, pretty much Morbius, of course, guest stars, and they try to find this cure for the virus that's going on. And make the story short, Morbius, goes out of control. He injects the virus, and he goes out of control. And Spider-Man and him go at it, and in the end, he said, "You know what? I need to get away." So he goes in the sewers, and meets up with the Lizard, Dr. Connors. So it was a really good issue for me. I really understood what was going on, and I'm definitely going to pick up the next one. So I'm definitely going to start collecting this title. Picked up Witchblade, number 153. In this issue, pretty much, Witchblade runs into the girl who originally had Witchblade. And pretty much what the story for this one is, the guy that she met in the last 2 issues, Kane, who is a magician, pretty much knows where this fountain is. in his fountain of youth. And pretty much this old lady right here, who was the first owner of the Witchblade, it seems like, is pretty much telling her, this fountain of youth, it will keep you young and all that. And the main Derek, I think, or Drake, Derek, I think, was one of the leaders who told them they need to stop because it's really really messing them up and they're abusing it. So everybody else stopped, but this girl, the original owner of Witchblade, she continued using the fountain for her use, for her benefits. But what happened was, when the fountain got lost, pretty much what she started to do was consume life from human beings, from living things. So they went after criminals, hoodlums and all that stuff, and she pretty much started consuming life from them to stay young. And this guy Kane pretty much, or seems like he knows where this fountain is, so they capture him to figure out where the fountain is. And pretty much, I think Darkness guest stars in it, and pretty much keeps an eye on her, what she's doing and what's going on with her. And pretty much it just ends with as you can see, this is Kane, and this is the girl that wants the fountain. And pretty much ends, next issue we'll find out what happens. Again, I'm loving this issue. I'm loving this title, actually, so I'm glad I'm collecting it. I jumped on in it. And I love this cover. It's like a wraparound cover, so can't wait for the next one to find out what happens. Now, my pick of the week, as everybody knows that Image's, Extreme is coming back. They're bringing Supreme back. They're going to bring Union back, and other characters, old characters back. Bloodstrike, and Prophet, who's back, and Glory. This comic book is the pick of the week for me. Just because, it's something that I could easily understand. Like, it was a really good jump on issue. That's what I call it, because it's, a fresh start for these guys. The art is not bad. It really is not bad, but, I'm not used to Glory. It's like China from the WWE Wrestling. China just being blonde. Because she's so bulky, as you can see, like she just looks like China, but with white hair. Other than that beautiful, sexy Glory from the 90s that, we used to seeing. But pretty much in this issue, it's pretty much about her origins, how her world, in her world, people were fighting and they united to give birth to her, and she decided to leave that world to go to Earth and help the humans. And this girl named Riley, who's so-called a reporter, tries to find out what happened to Glory. What happened to her after all this war and everything was over. She came, she saved humanity, but what really happened to her? She disappeared. This one kid thinks that she died. Supreme actually guest stars in this issue. Was kind of surprised. So I'm used to seeing that Supreme who's cocky, who don't give a shit, but this Supreme was almost like kind of like Superman, but anyway, but yeah, he gets started in it, and pretty much she finds out, and she goes on the hunt to find out what happened to Glory after everything was over. Over here shows Youngbloods, one of the characters right here, which is pretty cool. But again, of course, she goes to Germany, seems like, to find out what happened to Glory. And as she goes, she finds out, she does find her, and this lady named Gloria right here, who pretty much found Glory and kept her safe and trying to heal her. But as she got to the room where she is, this is what she finds. That she's just all bruised up and beaten up and hooked up and everything, and just trying to recover. I think one of the creatures that could have done this to her is this thing right here. As she enters the house, there's this thing right there hiding, as you can see. But it really got me hooked on. I understood exactly, the story is very understanding, to know exactly what's going on and where it's headed, Of course, definitely Glory is the pick of the week for me. Love this comic book. I can't wait for Image to come back and do crazy things that they're doing. It's just amazing things, amazing titles and books they're releasing. Anyway, have a great day, everybody, and thanks for watching. Take care.